to use alive, and it continues on doing that nonsense. It just keeps on wanting to just stop working, and then I had to do it again halfway through eating my dinner. Yeah. Not getting a good impression of it. It's just bloody annoying. Halfway doing this live and it just conks off. I haven't even moved this time. So annoying. What's the point in a live? It doesn't work. I mean, in this day and age, surely. Oh, never mind smoking. At least I've tried it out. I'll finish this and I'll continue on what I was going to do. I don't have much faith in it, to be honest. Like, it seems to be utter. Well, okay. I wish I wouldn't do that anyway. So if you don't know, if you've just joined in, this is just the second part of it. It's the first bit of the live there conked out, so I just reloaded it again. I restarted it again. Well, this means I've got to put the thumbnail in. I'll do all the settings. So as I say, once I've so we hopefully get a view of the country park house up there. Cartmerdon Park in Dundee City has got a zoo, a small zoo down there. It's got a big climbing area, climbing frame area. We used to have a zip slide further down. There's acres and acres of open grass. It's a big 18-hole golf course, or there used to be, further up. Still is. I don't play golf like, but there's a duck pond. The place is used a lot for, well, sometimes used for big events like a summer flower show. I'd have it. Somebody said Easter festivals here. Summer's festivals. But since Dundee's got its waterfront, so Lesser Gardens is kind of been used more for that kind of stuff. Which is in the centre of Dundee, whereas Cartmerdon's on the north, sort of boundary of Dundee. It's probably about 3 miles for the city centre, like 3.5 mile maybe. Right, so that's my lunch. It's nice latte here. Yeah, it's a nice enough day, like. So I changed my mind. I'm not going to get out and walk around Cartmerdon. I'm going to just see how far the range of this stream could go while I'm driving out in the country. And if it holds up, which I have my doubts, to be honest, but I won't know for sure until I try it. And then if it does hold up, as I say, for future videos, I can actually show you some of the live streaming of the beautiful Scottish countryside. Some of the beauty spots that I go to. There's lots of them, but most of them, unfortunately, don't have much of a signal. But there are lots of places where you might. So. Right, I'm going to just get moving. I'm going to fart about. So before I do, sit up there just now. Be careful, kind of just. I've got to get out of the habit of thinking it and on a, doing a recorder where I could just pause it and whatnot. Right, so yeah, what did I say I was going to do? I was going to turn the camera on, wasn't I? Show you the front view until I get to the boundary gate of Cartmerdon, then I'll turn it back into the inside view so that I could have control of what's being shown. I don't want to be going out in the open road and just filming everything. There's less likely to film anything. I'd rather. There's less people up here, so it's okay to. I've obviously said that and Right, so enough mucking about with that thing. Let's just get out here and towards Tillybackard. You might see Camperdown House on the right there up ahead. Well, the camera's not great, but you can go see it now. I'm going to go up by that way. And then I'm going to head out onto through Birkhill and en route to Tillybackard. So, it's not, the weather's actually amazing how it could be sunny at that half of the area, and then you look over this part of the sky and it's like, it's dark, it's like a different day, you know? It's nuts. Anyway, this Camperdown Country House, it's been closed down for a number of years now, unfortunately, but there used to be a cafe in there, which is it's nice. I think there was other. It's the clubhouse, the golf course, the golf clubhouse is in there as well, I think, at the other side. But the rest of the building is big, but I was never really too sure what else was in there. It wasn't really a museum or anything. It was just a big house, but I only managed to explore some of these things. So the duck pond's down there on the left, but I'm not going to spend time down there just now on this. The objective of this is to try this for the range, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to stretch its range and see how it goes, kind of thing. Let's head up to the north gate of Camperdown. There's a tennis court on the right there as well. There's nature trails that go right around a good bit of the park as well. And there are a few cottages in here as well, so people actually live in Camperdown Country Park. So I'm just about to get onto the main road, so what I'll do is I'll take it to as far as Birkhill, show it forward, because I'm not likely to run into any privacy issues on this bit of the road, because it's there's no like houses with gardens and doors open and things like that, so I could probably afford to show you here. But this is a bit of a turn here, I've got to get the foot down. A 1.8 TSI turbo petrol. It's got not bad torque on it. Acceleration's pretty good, but you've got to get moving when you're. This is a fairly quick road, like. On the right there's Templeton Woods. I can be pretty sure of. Well, there's that, and there's a golf course, Duffield Golf Course, which is sort of on the east edge of it, I think. So I was just coming into Birkhill and take it from here. What I'll do is I'll just kind of like go to that co-op garage. I'm not getting petrol, I'm just going to pull in there and then I'll sort out this phone. Come on, no, bugger it, I'll just go further on. There's nothing, there's nobody on. Did you see that? I hope you saw that. Did you see that flash of lightning in there? Oh yeah, bugger. That was some streak of flash. You might see some more. Come on, I'm keeping it on in this direction for a bit. Good. Fuck, right. Did you see that, I've seen worse lightning than that though, but you know, that was some size. I think it's so long between that and you get the thunder. Now, I didn't lock that phone in very tight and it's starting to move. Annoying. I wonder if I get another flash of lightning. See, this is where it starts to get a bit annoying because there's number plates and all that kind of stuff. And I don't like showing that, but well, there's nothing you can do about it either. But I do want to kind of like show you the lightning eye. That was quite a flash. There would be more than that, I'm sure. But the annoying side of that is that I've not got my jacket with, so it's typical. I decided to go up to the country and I didn't have my rain jacket and it's going to be a thunder and lightning. Sod's bloody law. I'll tell you what, I'll go to Piper Dam then and then I'll turn it round because I don't want to show too much inside the actual I don't want to show too much outside because I don't have any control on the privacy. It's unlike doing a recording, I could just edit stuff out, but I've got to be really careful if I see anything. I don't want to keep on watching it. When I'm driving, it makes it a bit difficult because there's no rewind button. So I'm just heading along the A923 towards Piper Dam. I'm going to pull in at Piper Dam. And if you look, there might be more of these lightning flashes and that. Not that I really welcome it, to be honest. It just bloody annoys me when it starts raining on my days off. It's just so damn annoying. Yeah, I'm going to Piper Dam and then obviously I can't touch the phone. I know there's something called me because I've seen it flashing, but I can't obviously touch the phone while I'm driving. But this will be the time that I probably break down because I haven't got my bloody jacket. That's just typical. I wasn't really planning on doing this, going out as far as this, but I said after I'm going to try it out for the range, signal range. If it holds out this far, then I could move it for sure. Turn the aircon down a bit. Craghills is on the right there, but that's going to be really difficult to see that. A, by the way the camera's angled, B, because of the low cloud. There's a wee town called Lundy down there on the right. I actually done a video on that I wasn't long after I started YouTube. I done a video article on the Lundy, so we probably around I only started doing YouTube in April 2020, so it would have been about May, I think, late April, early May. And at that time I was out doing my reasons to be on mass and rain on now, so it's just the weather is just turned to shit. There's no more of these big lightning flashes, but certainly there's quite a flashes so earlier. So I'm turning here about to play my down there. Obviously keep a watch of what's squeeze around because I didn't want to kill him anyway. So yeah, this is why I've got to be careful for obviously reasons. So there's a pipe. Aye, it cut off there. I just knew it would do that. I might have been in a black spot, you know, a signal spot, but it's so annoying. Now I've got to just check around there before I angle the car down. That there isn't anybody. Yeah, there's a lot of cars and that people are. So I'm not going to just be filming anything, you know. I'm going to just have to be careful. So, oh, you might have saw that flash there. I just saw it. I don't know how well I came out on the camera, but you hear that thunder? Do you hear that? I've got to close this window because I'm getting absolutely soaked. I'll better get pulled in a bit because I'm going to readjust the camera. This weather is unbelievable. Right, I've done this wrong again. So as you can see, I've stopped. I've got control of what I'm filming, so I'm quite happy to continue on to Cooperangers because I want to try it out for the range. So I just wanted to show you quickly what the type of dam looks like. Obviously the signal seems to go off just after the yep, it's going to reconnect again. So it seems to be a bit of a flat when it's passing the houses, it kind of just goes, and it did the same when we back. Now look over there, look how bright it is today. Oh, you can't use it because it's front camera. Shit. I was hoping to show you that, but it's bright as blue sky over there. You might see it over my right shoulder. It's really bright over there. And yeah, I'm looking this way, it's torrential rain. I mean, that is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. It really is. I've got to like this on the fast speed now. Metal up keeps moving. So I know that there's an issue with the signal at Piper Dam. So I'm going to continue on, I want to get to Tillichbarker. If I manage to hold on to Tillichbarker, I'll continue on to Cooperangers. What we call it, that. That is going that way back and forth the middle. That is ridiculous. That field shows everything. That is just the weather. This is on the 89 feet coast. It's absolutely flash flooded. That's just metal. Absolutely. Honestly. I'm doing it 30 mile an hour. This road is actually flooded. It's nuts. Right. Absolutely. Now look at that, it's stopped raining now. Unbelievable. That weather is crazy. Just, you know what I mean, it's absolutely nuts. Now it stops raining altogether. I mean, come on. It's mental. You wouldn't believe it. It's just nuts. Anyway. Don't try. That was just a mile or two. Yep, that's back on again. I kind of suspected it. There's hills on this side and the road's going to go windy. That's Tillichbarker on the left. So I'm going to go as far as here and that's it actually. Sugar, there's lots of cars here. I don't want to be showing too much of that, so I better get myself angled in out the road. I don't like just stunning, you know, startling because it's live, you know what I mean. I've got to be careful. So I was actually going to get out and go for a walk, but I don't think that would be a good idea. So I've got two options. I could either go ahead and get soaked and get muddy, or I could see if we could push this even further, if we could reach Cooper Angus. I'll probably just, yeah, I'm just going to go to Cooper Angus. I'm just going to stay. Actually, no, in part, can I have a wee look at these charts? So how far up? And just having all charts are visible. Right, so Whitfield is really sunny. That's nuts. Whitfield is really sunny. I know, it's crazy. I mean, it's honestly, it's unbelievable. It's all Jacob's fault. Smashed the button. Yeah. Support the awesome streamer. Awesome road trip. You should go. Yeah, maybe. Right, well, I'm going to go to Cooper Angus then, should I? Should I go to Cooper? Well, you can answer. Should I? Do you want me to go to walk to, well, to Tillybacker? Although the signal's going to break, I'm quite sure of it. Or do you want me to just drive to Cooper Angus? If you could let me know now, I'll give you a minute or two. I'll see if you could give us a comment, because I know there's a couple watching, and sitting here at Tillybacker car park. So do you want me to get out my car and go for a walk along there a wee bit and then risk breaking the signal, because I'm suspicious that it will? Or should I go down and drive to Cooper Angus? I'll probably end up breaking the signal there as well. But I'll give you a couple minute or two to decide, and then I'll decide. What do you want me to do? I'll go anyway if you want. So actually, it might be alright. So just give us a text soon, like. So you might not be able to. Maybe it's not working. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to text. Oh, well, no, that's what I saw. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get it. Let go. Let's get it. It's your adventure. we just the passengers. But what do you want? I'll let you decide. Do you want me to go for a wee walk there? Oh, about 5 minutes. Or do you want me to continue to drive to Cooper Angus? It's maybe a delay in the. It's my adventure, I know. I'm in two minds, yeah, but I'm not in here and you want me to. I could show you something over there if you want. Oh, got something through. Drive. Good decision. Oh, I could just stay comfy. Well, the advantage with these is I've got the heated mirrors. Right, well, I'm going to drive then. Okay, well, I'll turn around and show you a bit of the view if it will turn. Come on, turn, there we go. Drive. There you go. So try and just to avoid yeah, probably good call actually. Now this road, by the way, it's a very dangerous road, so you've really got to respect this one. There's been a lot of, I've heard that there's been a lot of accidents on this road, and I could fully understand why, because it's windy, fast moving, and especially in the ice, you know, when it's winter. This isn't as bad as it gets. The real dangerous roads are one off at Newtile, but I actually saw a car off the road a few months back. I didn't see it happen, I just saw the remnants of it. It was just opposite right by here. Yeah, it was just about here. No, check the flooding on this road. Right? It's just ridiculous. So, yeah, this is where it gets really dangerous, because in the winter, you see, the sun won't heat the ground and the ice will just remain. So they've I've added this anti-slip stuff onto the surface to try and improve it. But it's because you've got a lot of trees and everything there, so it's always damp. All the water's always dripping off the trees. The sun's blocked from it, so the temperature's always... Let me then talking about in the winter. But you would actually think it was winter a few minutes ago because there was hailstones coming down amongst all that. And see, there's a lot of sharp bends on this road, so you've really got to, you know, treat it with respect. Like, if you look at the scenery driving down that road, you'll become the scenery. You'll become part of the scenery. So, if you want to sightsee on this road, you're doing the right thing by sitting in your house and watching me drive. Watching me drive through the scenery. I can't afford to do that. But anyway, that's me. Just come down the... Oh, I think there's a nickname for that. It's not the Devil's Elbow. That's the one up on the A93, just down from Glen Sheep ski centre. There's the A93. There's the Devil's Elbow is nickname. And that is a dangerous road, like, you know, that is really, really got to be extra careful in it. Sheer drop. But, so it's kind of like straighten up a bit now, like, I can see up ahead there's big puddles. You see that car splashing through them. It's just ridiculous. You know what else is dodgy? It's the A92 and 5. You should see the puddles on that road in the wet weather. It's just wild. This is a fairly heavy car, so it's it kind of like plogs through it. But I remember years ago, back in 2001, I had a Mark II Astra, and it was just a great big puddle just outside Whitfield, and I went through it, and the engine cocktail actually flooded the engine. See, these older cars had distributors, and there wasn't any undershields, underbody covers or anything like that for the engine, so all the water just splashed right in. There wasn't any like inner liners either, so water just got into the engine and flooded it. I had to wait about 20 minutes for it to dry out, because, you know, obviously the heat from the engine compartment just dries it out like that. But it was when you had the HT lights as well, you had what do you call it, the distributor, HT leads, you know, that was your ignition system, points as well. Although that car didn't really have points, it did have a distributor, the Mark II Astra I had. It was a 1.3 single overhead car. It was an F reg, so in that time it was actually running on unleaded. I think there was engines were designed, you know, the exhaust valves were suitable for exhausting all exhaust fumes from burning unleaded petrol. Because the lead, you see, the other previous cars before that, the lead in the petrol was used to dampen the cushion, the exhaust valves against the exhaust seat. So they added lead to it, but then they had problems with lead, so they banned lead. So if you ran a car that was running on 4-star leaded petrol, and you put unleaded in it without alternate, you would knock it up through time. Eventually you would wear out the exhaust valves. And that was a problem. But that Mark II Astra that I had was actually, I think it was either built with the cylinder head suitable for unleaded, or it was converted. But I get a feeling it was, because late 80s started changing over, so I don't know if it was actually converted before I bought it. I didn't convert it, it was already done. If it had been done, it was either made that way or converted. This is us coming into Cooper Angus. It seems to have held out. The live streams managed to do live all the way from Camperdown in County Park in Dundee, Camperdown County Park in Dundee to Cooper Angus. There was a few hiccups. It did break the signal at the what do you call it, Piper Dam, annoyingly. and it came back on again. It was really annoying that it went off. But I'm not going to go much further than this. I was maybe going to go to Blair. I don't know. I might go to Blairgowrie, see if I could stretch it as far as Blair, and then that'll have to do, because there's standing stones there that I'd like to show you as well. But I'm pretty sure, I'm actually quite certain that signal won't work on a live. It would have to be a record. I'd hit a record and then post up there. I'm pretty sure. I mean, there is one way of doing it, is to go and try. And today is really the last day back, last day off my work, because before I go back to my work, I go back to my work tomorrow for 7 days in a row. And that's 4-day week duties. So if I'm going to do it, maybe I should just get on with it. I've got things to do as well, like, but maybe you can tell me, I can't read it now, but maybe I should push my luck, see if I can get to these stones. Although no, I'm just, you know what I'm like, I never stop, I just keep going. I'm going to have to just call it like I do that. I'll show you a bit of Cooper Angus, then so I'll go through the town of Cooper Angus and show you what it looks like. There is actually a lovely bridge just between Cooper Angus and Blairgowrie. I could maybe try and go as far as that then and see if it'll hold the signal out. Then I think I'll just leave the live after that. I keep forgetting that this is a live and I've got to watch for, you know, that I don't want to be flashing a camera, but putting a camera in somebody's face, you know, because basically that's what it is when I'm doing a live here. I've got to be super respectful for what I'm doing, like, because if I was doing a recording I could just edit it, you know, but because everybody basically making the whole area available for anybody around the world to see any time. I don't think everybody may want that, so I'm going to bear that in mind when I'm doing lives, especially when I'm driving through the car, because it covers a lot of distance, you know. So it's just coming up towards the chicken factory on the up ahead on the right. It's Cooper Angus chicken factory. Yeah, I think actually I'm just going to barrel round and go back, because the more I think about that bridge, there's not really any better park, and it's going to be a bit of a faff getting parked. So I hate promising you something and then, well, I never promise you, but I hate getting your hopes brought up and then change my mind. So maybe I should just stick to my word and do it, eh? Oh, come on, I'll do it anyway. Bugger it. I'll just go on the bridge. So, and basically just do the loop round. I've just done a loop round through Cooper Angus. I went in through the town and it looks back to where I came out of that junction, which is where the lights are. So I'm going to just go further on. As I say, this is like my last day off before back to work for 7 full days in a row. That's what it's like when the buses you work. Well, the shifts I'm on is 4-day week duties, but it's still the same number of hours a week. It's 40 hour week. It used to be I was on 5-day regular duties, but I had the choice just a couple of years ago to go on the 4-day week, and then also on 4-day week lates, permanent late shifts, which I prefer late shifts. So you wouldn't believe it, it's brightening up now. Just a few 10 minutes ago, it was torrential rain, hailstones, and the road was flooded. I really thought it was going to be a landslide or something. It's just ridiculous. It was, the weather was just nuts. And look at it now, it's just totally brightened up all of a sudden. I mean, that's all within a few miles. Not even far. Well, there's a thing up ahead. Was that a pheasant or something, you know? pheasant, something like that. I'm not great with wildlife. Pheasant, just me melt like that. Going running an hour or something and then a lie, right? Bloody pheasant will come running on the road or something. It's a 10 feet, eh? But yeah, that's that bridge. It looks nice, but unfortunately, there's no way you'll see it from the view I'm looking at unless it's actually stopped. But I kind of get a feeling that was going to break the signal. I wonder if I could stop here. Yeah, oh no, you're not going to see it. See, I could stop there, but this is going to be shit. You're not going to see it, eh? It's so annoying though. There we go. It's just you might get a bit of a view of the bridge now. Just going over it now. I wonder if I could park here on the right. Just put that lorry's passing. Now I don't know if this is really where they can park. It looks like a driveway. I better not piss a bit. No, sorry. It's a driveway. I'm not going to do that. Like, I mean, it's not really. It's a sort of like a lane to a driveway, and there's no way I'm going to be filming that live because somebody could just walk out of their house. You know, why doesn't somebody walk through it and then just why the whole world can see you? That's not going to go too well, is it? I wouldn't like that done to me, so I've got to bear that in mind. But if I was doing a recording, I could have just edited that out. You see, that's the thing when you're doing lives. You've got to remember that it's a live. There's no rewind button. You've got to be doubly careful with your. You might want to look around the corner first before you flash the camera there because once that moment's captured, there's no rewind button. So. And I'm not used to doing lives, I can assure you of that. I'm not far from Blairgowrie now anyway, it seems to have held up signal wise. It's got there is a lovely bridge at Blairgowrie. There's a nice bridge at Blairgowrie that I can show you. Because there is I could get parked quite easily. It's not far from the bridge. This is just boring. This is a long, boring stretch. See, that's the thing. I ended bang on 40, but you always want to get something that says only 44. There's not much. I thought it would have broke. I thought the signal would have broke when I got to between Cooper and the bridge because it kind of dips a wee bit. The road dips, and I thought the signal was definitely going to break, but no, it managed to hold on for some reason. These roads are really waterlogged. Time limit on stripes because I'm not sure 31 so it goes red. It should actually be, if you're doing 34 it's red, and then it should go 33 in amber, 32 in amber, 31 in amber, and then green at 30. But it seems even if you're doing 31 it's red. The speed thing. I'm just telling you today what the fastest. Not good 30, no, bang on. Better behave, so it could be a copper watching them. Anyway. So I'm just going to give that window a wipe with my duster. I must have clipped that button when I was wiping the window with the duster. I just clipped the camera view towards forward while I was giving the window a wee wipe with my duster. So these things happen there. I wasn't touching the phone or nothing like that. I wasn't holding it. I was moving my arm over to. This is a Bowden Wood. Not much here. I'll just give that window a wee wipe again. Oh, I must have knocked that out when I did that. I get back in the car view. Shit. Annoying. So annoying. So annoying. Fuck it off. Right, so we're in Cooper. It's not much to see at the moment because it's just this boring long straight that goes in. Show you the. No, obviously, something to bear in mind if I'm getting out with this camera. I might have to cover the lens. If there's anybody that are things going on that I know what they're film, just bear with me. But I'll just put my hand over the lens. I might just switch the mic off if there's any problems. I'll try and keep the stream on as long as I can, because now I'm getting into a populated area. I've got to be really careful now because I've got to respect the others' privacy. So keeping it into me, the camera. I'm not gonna. I'll get out and show you when I get parked. That'll be the best thing. There isn't much to see at the moment anyway. It's just let's go. Just getting a blooming traffic jam. Hardly a traffic jam, but right. So we're in the centre of Blairgowrie. I'm in two minds if I should show you these standing stones. I really am in two minds, but I'm in two minds. But it's a part of the A93 that I'm on. But remember how I get to them as well. I don't have my sat nav views. I mean, not any of that. I can find them. It's just tough to. Oh no. Got part here, I think. Yeah, I'll get parked here. I'll just get him off my tail. I'll guarantee you to do that now. Somebody else will want him. So there's try to make it easier because I hate reversing out of a space. Like I'd rather reverse in. So it's easier to get out. Oh, it's okay. I've got the camera on my way, thank goodness, because there's people up in front that I know want to be necessarily, filming online because this is a live. That'll do. I'm not going to waterproof jacket. Typical, isn't it? So I'll really look at the charts while in part. I think you should go for a wee walk for 5 minutes. Jim. Oh, I've just named you. Sorry. No, come on. I think you sent that just as I was leaving. Because I had two. I had one saying drive and one saying go for a. Yeah, my eyes are always on the road. I found £20 when I was working in Newton. Yeah. Just say your picture starts to. When I drive now and then, should get selfie stick might be good. Yeah, this is just early for me. Yellow warning of thunder. Yeah, you should bunk off work tomorrow. Yeah, I think if I did that, I'd be off work permanently. No, they're really, really short of drivers. I mean, I asked for a lady in No, not a chance. Not a skibby. Not enough drivers. It's ridiculous how low it is, but there's an abandoned railway bridge. Oh, thank goodness I've got my thing falling over. So there's an abandoned railway bridge between Cooper Angus and Barrelton. Oh, that's the other way. Abandoned. Oh, come on. Is that the bridge that... God, I think I know the one you mean, because... I left. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to have to look into that at some point, like... Yeah, I think that's... Right, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get out and show you a wee bit of Blairgowrie. I'm going to have to put my jumper on off. I can't pause this. So what do I do? What do I do? Right, just bear with me a minute, okay? Just give us a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go and do something, right? Oh, he's still there, that's good. Right, I had to just go and get something sorted there. Switched off, display. And, okay. Right, now we're going to have to be careful here because what about? Right, I'll just point this forward for now, okay? Come on, point forward. There we go. No, it's a bit boring at the moment, so I just... And holding the camera at the same time. Anyway, I'm just going to stick it in my pocket, right? Just bear with us. Give a second, okay? 2 minutes. 2 seconds. Probably stop. Right, this is on the move. So I'm in the centre of Blairgowrie, and I'll show you the bridge now. If there's anything I want in nut form, we'll just point it down to the ground, okay? Show you that. So, the feed might break, I don't know. I'll see how I get on with it. So I'll just try to show you. Bloody range on. Typical, isn't it? This is nuts. I'm not even that bad on my videos, but this is just crazy. So I'm going to walk across the road over here. I've got to point this down. Come on, go forward. So I'll just bear with us and just wait to get across this road. Well, there's people that I don't want to be following them, so just give us a minute. Across this thing. don't question these things, I just like fuck traffic. Oh, there's something. I'm just muting the microphone for the minute, okay? Just bear with me, alright? I'm just going to put it on mute for a second. Yeah, I was just making my way to the bridge. There's the bus stands up there. River Eric. I'll try to get it go forward, don't I? So this is the River Eric, and so flashing. The channel I watch is going live as well. Typical. Oh, it's the water in the lines. I just saw a notification coming up with a channel that I watch. He's also going to be going live. This might be a cue for me to get going. I'll show you the other view from the other side and also from it as well. Yeah. I don't want to sort of end yet. But this weather is utter shit. It's pissing the rain. So, rains forever. Yeah, big church behind us as well. Try to get across the big road. So we're across here. Maybe just start. There we go. Okay. Water might be getting into this. Buddy. You know what? I'm going to drop the car this way. Right, I'm getting myself back into the car because it's pissing me rain, it's saturated here. But it's part of the A93. The bridge goes over the River Eric at Glasgow. Just heading back to the park. What was Lyro 400 MMC bus, double decker, 7. Angus Hotel, really good leave. Looks like it's plaster cement. Half a metre across the road. For it. Never check across the road to get to the other side. Why did I cross the road? To get out of this bloody rain into my car. No, it doesn't want to work. So I get near the car and then the rain goes off now. Typical, isn't it? Right, what I'll do is I'll look at my road map and I'll have a wee look and see if we could drive to the standing stones. And now these standing stones I'm going to make an attempt to get to, they're in the middle of the road. It's nuts, I've never seen anything like it before. So you'll have to give me a minute. I'll just put this phone in my pocket till I get myself in here, okay? So just bear with me, okay? Showing up. Oh, jeez. What a day. Right, I'll have a look at the charts. I don't know what's. Yeah, there's also an abandoned road just about a mile north of Blairgowrie. Wow. Brand sunny here in. I can't. In the kingdom. Certainly, it's a funny weather. Back up. Another one. Jeez. Try and keep it less. Misters on. I'll make an attempt to find these stones. I'll see if we can show you the standing stones. It's on the B8 47, I think. I know I've been there before, but I just want to show you them. I just pray that that thing doesn't crash, you know, the signal. I can't remember off the top of my head, and unfortunately my Google's on there, so I can't use that if I'm doing a live. I'm going to have to use the old paper map just to remember how to get to it again. It's always good to remember how to use it, because before, when I was a late starter with mobiles, I used to just use these maps all the time, like until about 2009. I just solely relied on the road maps to get about. So it's on the B947, the standing stones. There's 3 stones, it's a circle. It's 3 of them on this side and 3 of them on that side, and the road going through the centre of them. It's nuts! An ancient stone circle with a tarmac road going through the centre. I just find that bizarre. I'm going to try and show you that, if you bear with me. I'll just figure out how to get to it again. I think I need to go back to the Came. There's maybe 2 ways I could do it. If I get the feeling I'll get lost if I go that way. I probably will, but it looks as though it's quicker. I'll risk it for a biscuit. I'll go that way and see if I can find. I'll probably end up getting lost. I probably will, but I'm just going to attempt it anyway. The signal will probably go down as well, just to really make my day. I'd be happy if I could show you that. Tonight I'd go as far as this, but and also test out the signal, so I suppose I could. Right, let's get this. Let's get ready to get going. Right. So I'm going to be going up. I'm not familiar with this bit. I don't know. Well, you can only go that way anyway because there's no entry. So I think it's the road on the left. We're on Leslie Street. I think it's Leslie Street. I'm sure it was Leslie Street. And now it's really sunny up ahead. Well, maybe it's brighter anyway. It looks promising that way. Looking that way it looks miserable. Looking this way it looks promising. The weather I'm talking about. No, do I turn left here to get to that? I can't remember. Because normally I would have my... So I've got a fair idea where it is, but... Oh, shit. It's alright. It's the right... Well, I can see a sign for it. I'm pretty sure it isn't it. It isn't that way, like. That's going back towards Rosemont Road. So I'm going up here. Turn left here, I think. We'll be sure of the priorities on these roads because right. That's going back to Cooper, so it won't be that, but further on it'll be the next left. It's a B847. I just need to I'll probably go off or something. Probably go off. I'll just be my luck. I think I'll just go off. Usually happens. It's further along here then. I mean, I know where they are, but I just don't know how to get to them from this angle because I don't go there often. I've hardly been there before. But I did, I think we used the sat-nav the last time we get to it. This probably isn't the right way. Probably going to be up. It's got to be right. Just wait there. This is the wrong route. See, I can't look at my Google Maps because I did it live. So, B947, that's this one. So I was coming in from this angle, it's turning right. I was looking for a left turn, but I felt wrong because it looked like it was going back into Montgomery, but just because I was coming in, I thought it was coming up that way, then looking left to turn down here, but I was coming down that from this angle, it was a right turn. And this road runs right through the centre of an ancient stone circle. It's just absolutely nuts. It is. Hell, 8 puddles or something, sounds like. Right, I've turned the camera over because it's out in the bottom areas, so. Oh no, just wiping the window up. I've just hit I was cleaning, I was just moving my arm over towards getting my duster, and I'd done that. I kind of knocked the setting to turn the camera over. It just happens to be what I was hoping to happen, so I could show you this route. I wasn't intentionally so heading along. Get the speed up a wee bit, but the thing is with this roads and puddles. No, there it is coming up now. See that yellow, where the road narrows, right? That's going right through the centre of this stone circle. This is an ancient stone circle, and we'll just go right through the centre of it. That is just totally mental, that. The signal's still on, which is good. And I'm going to get parked just at the entrance to this Cleve Training Centre. I'll get out and I'll actually show you. I'll get out and go right up to them. This is handy. But I'm not really leaving the car for any length of time. I can still see where in parts, so if anybody wants in or out there, I've never known anybody wanting in or out there yet on the occasions that I've been here, but just be my luck, of course. Because I'm been alive, it's odds always the case, isn't it? Right, so I'm okay just to show this camera anywhere because there's nobody around. Right, I can't believe it's still on alive, to be honest. I really thought about a conked out over here. I'll put the lights off, but I've left them on. Oh, good, they're switched off. So it's on the B947. Make your way up. The standard stones. Now, if you're on country roads walking on, there's no pavement, just walk with against the traffic. And it's probably advisable you don't do it live when you're doing it because you trip and go face first into that puddle or something. But no, seriously, if you're walking, you don't want to be distracting yourself or the motorist doing this on roads like this. You got to just be aware of that if you're doing shit like this, because they'll be wondering, oh, what's he doing, and then crash, or I'll be like, what, just wondering to get run over like blather abuse. Just be careful, That's all. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, if that splashes up bloody puddle. That would just be great to see him live, wouldn't it? Shit, it probably will happen, for fuck's sake. Nice try. Right, we're at the stones. Let's turn this round. There we go. Look, some charts right now. Looking at them on the road. Look at them here. Love abandoned places. Yeah, I do love abandoned. I've been fascinated in abandoned buildings when I went to Whitfield in 1991 to explore the old scarring blocks at the northeast corner of Dundee, the Whitfield housing scheme. It's a Swedish design blocks. They built the scheme, but it wasn't really as successful as they wanted it to be, and it was regenerated pretty quickly thereafter. But so yeah, there we go at the stones now. I'm standing in the middle of the road like what the hell off here, there's cars coming. There's one of them. There's another one there in the field. There's another one. Then the other three is on the other side, and this bloody road going through the centre. I mean, that is just crazy, mate. It's nuts. And a road going through a stone circle. Oh, there might be one. I'll turn this the other way because there's cars coming in. I'll just make it look like I'm looking at the scenery because I don't want to be distracted a bit. It's always the same, like everybody comes when I'm doing this. I bet this road is quiet now. It's like you're on the road or something, isn't it? Finished. No, the edge is the great at times. Because I forget that I'm always there when there's no beer or pissing, so I forget. Sods more. I just gotta remember. You could be in that car watching this. Well, not you driving, but you might be a passenger in there and then saying, oh, get on the road, get on the road. Right, what am I doing now? I'm just blathering now. So, yeah, so that's towards Blairgowrie on the B947, and it's only about a mile from Blairgowrie. You'll get to these stones. You'll see this narrow warning sign. Well, you'll actually see the warning sign, that triangle sign there, and then you'll clock this highlighter, and you'll spot it. It's the same coming up as well. It just is bizarre. I don't know why they'd have a stone circle in a road running right through the centre of it. I just can't get over it. I've done a video on this before, by the way. I can't remember the stone circle name off the top of my head, unfortunately, because I've been to that many and I just can't really think what this one's called again. Damn it, and I don't have my Google to remind me. Oh, sugar, I can't remember what it's called. What the heck's it called again? Damn. I'll come back to me as soon as I finish. But I'll just make my way back to the car now, then I'm going to have to get back to Dundee. And what I'm going to do is get away from that puddle on the other side of the road. My arm is getting absolutely sore holding this phone like this. I'll show you the view anyway. There we go. I'll just show you the view. Get off the road, this big van. I smell the gorse bushes, by the way. Look at that blue sky. And that's the hills up at Tillybacker in the distance there. I don't know if I could zoom in, I'll try that. Oh, you can could zoom in on the live. Right, that's good. I never knew you could do that. So I've learned that. So that's Tillybacker, and that'll be right a bit. I'm not sure what I'm doing because it'll be. Feet are getting wet. So, I've done a view. Well, I've had a look down there before, but no, there's an abandoned bridge. Somebody was saying an abandoned bridge. I might do that if you're still there. Just wait till I get in the car. I'll have to get myself sorted. Hang on a second. Just give me I might have a look at that if it was still there. I'll just see who it was again that asked about it. I think it was. Excuse the mess. Oh dear. Right, I'm putting that in here. My arm is absolutely hurting because the angle and holding this phone out distance, and it's like doing this for ages. And I've got sore shoulders at the moment. I have for a while. I think it was something to do with my mattress because of my weight leaning down. It's crushing them, and it was a hard mattress that I got, and it was giving me. After a while, it was starting to give us a lot of pains. Because I had I sleep on the side. The previous mattress was much softer, but this memory foam mattress I got a couple of years back, I think was the culprit. So just recently I got a mattress topping. It's a lot softer and it's hopefully giving my shoulders a chance to heal. Because when I was leaning on it, the weight was just crushing in. It was absolute agony on both sides, because I sleep both sides. So I mean, years ago, back in 2006 and that, I did the weights at the gym. I was able to do, I mean, I'm not saying what is this, I'll just tell you what the weights were. It was 30 kilograms on each arm, on the bit lying back, right back, and pushing them up, this is 60 kilograms in total, and I was able to do that 10 reps times 3, but I can't even do one now because of this. It was absolutely agonising. Until they heal, if I do, I'm not getting any younger. That was like 2006 up to roundabout when I started on the buses in 2008. The gym kind of fell. I didn't do the gym as much, but before that, it was a lot stronger. I wish it was. Who was it wanting me to go to the bridge? Let's see if I could get them up again. So it seems to have just vanished. Maybe because of this. Ardblair, that's it. Ardblair stones. Ardblair standing stone circles. Blue mini, yeah, thanks. That's reminding me. That's what it was. Was it you that asked me to go to the stone circles? The bridge, rather. I can't remember. Somebody asked about an abandoned bridge just outside between Cooper and Burlton. I can't remember who it was. I can't get this to move. I can only get one chat at the moment. But yeah, Ardblair, that's right. That's it. Ardblair. Oh, God, come on. I'm on a live, isn't it? And you know what? I've been drinking, and you probably guess what I need to do now. Well, I was going to be facing that way while I have to nip out for a minute. That's just, typical, is it? I'm going to have to nip out. Just bear with me, okay? Make sure it's facing that way. I'm just nipping out. I've got to stretch my legs for a minute. I'll be back in 2 minutes, okay? Just give us a minute. Yeah, I just had cut my leg there, so I just wanted to stand for a couple of minutes there. I just didn't want to show that camera, so I had to make sure there was nobody around. So I ran at that end, need another drink. Could have left that too, thank goodness I didn't. It's just the thing when doing live, you can't edit all this right there. Right, so what I'm going to have to do is get to that bridge. The charts have kind of like not gone any further than the stones. So we could, oh, live charts visible, yeah. Right, it's maybe because they're the A93, that's it. Yep, certainly is. I wonder if I could get to the Coopers going that way. Oh no, maybe not, because if I do go the other way, there's a risk that might go off. But if I go back that way, then we're going to, at least I know that I had a signal get in here. That would help bring up my keys, wouldn't it? Top of my pocket, not that. Right, let's go. I better not put the radio on by accident. Right. So I'm going to make my way, and just kind of like going to make my way to this abandoned railway bridge. I'm going to watch getting out of here because I'm going to have to do I'm not going to get wrong there in the winner. Right, let's sail back towards Blair Gully. I'll show you the view going this way then. And just wiping my window there, I'll hit the when I lean over that way to do something, I kind of knock the setting on I just inadvertently knock that setting on the phone, and it keeps changing the view towards the forward view now. As it happens, that's what I was kind of hoping you were going to see anyway, so so I'm heading into Blair Gully on the B947. From Blair Gully, I'm going to head through Cooper Angus, and then head towards Burlton, where I think that railway bridge is. I haven't got any more on it at the moment. Another channel that I watched doing it live as well. It's a bit of a conundrum, is it? So I'm doing it live, and the channel that I watch, notification came through about half an hour ago saying they're going away to do it live, and I normally like to, be on the chats watching that live, but I can't do that. I'm in doing it live now. If I were doing a video, I could have just paused it and then, or I just stopped filming until it was ready. But there's probably loads of other ways how to get here, but I don't really know Blair Gully overly well, so I'm just going to go the way. So I'm going to wipe that window again. Shit, off. I just don't want to have that shown, because there's passing like houses and addresses and schools and stuff like that. There's no way I'm going to be recklessly just filming anything. I have to point it into my private car while in this sort of area, like for just to respect the privacy, because it's a bottom area, you know what I mean. And you can just imagine if somebody just walked out there that was half dressed or something, you've got to really be, you got to remember when you're doing lives, these things got to be considered. You've got to watch for that. You don't want to be showing anything like that on a live, so you've got to be careful. If something's inappropriate, you've got to just and I know that it's emergency escape anyway, would just hit that button at the top, and that would just cut the whole thing, you know. As an emergency stop, like. Oh, I wouldn't know that damn. I know that part. I kind of just pressed, yesterday I just pressed record, but within reason I've still got to know where the emergency stop is, you know what I mean? So I could just hit the emergency stop. In that case it's just like turning the phone off. Well, off of the top button, that's got emergency stop. So just head back in the way that came in. So, but I can't turn right down there because it's a one-way system, you know, so it goes straight on. Make sure. See, that's the thing with the roads. The paint on the roads are worn. You can't see the giveaways and that, you know. Bloody dangerous. You should have all the road markings to be kept clear all the time. All the road markings should be kept contained, visibly clear all the time. Because I know really from here, but there's places if you're totally unfamiliar with them, you're just relying solely on road markings, and the road markings are just weak, you know. It can be dangerous because if you overshoot a giveaway, then because you can't see it if you're not from here. So I'm just going through the centre again. So you've seen all this anyway. The two-way traffic. Head back to Argus. That bridge, I certainly pass under it, but I'm not sure how I'm going to get to stop to get to the bridge, like, you know, parking. If you get parked nearby, then I will get out and have a look for his get before him. So I'm just heading back along this boring road. It's a long straight, nothing sight. Just a long straight. See, if I'd known Blackdown, I would have turned down that way if I'd known, but I don't know the routes. Scotland's got lots and lots of standing stones, by the way. Ancient standing stone circles. It's bizarre because, you know, for me before, it was always just like Stonehenge and some up in the Orkney Isles that I've been to. Skara Brae. Not Skara Brae, was it the Boris stones or something? I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was just a few. Now, you're talking about probably about 100, I'm not exaggerating. Jeez, that van's smashed in, isn't it? It's just a smashed up van, parked up there. Yeah, there's loads of standing stones that all around the Britain. Now, when I say nil, I mean you think, well, what do I mean by nil for ancient? Well, what I'm referring to when I say it like that is that those that you probably know anyway and are interested in the Mandela effect phenomenon. But it's just too long a video to go on about it at the moment. I'm just too tired to explain about it at the moment, but it was certainly in the history for me, it was never as many standing stones as there are now. There was just a few, but no, it's just a ridiculous amount. It's crazy how many standing stones there are. Absolutely. But I've visited a few of them anyway. And I was always kind of like fascinated in them as a kid. Well, I was fascinated in Stonehenge when I was a kid. You know, the mystical side of it. And kind of like I would have known if there was more stones around in Scotland. The Stonehenge means it's a long way away. I mean, I knew about the ones on the Orkney Isles because I went there for the first time back in 2001. Was it the Bora? I can't remember, Bora stones or something. I ought to remember what they were called, but we're on the Orkney Isles, and that was really about it. It wasn't very more, there was only really Stonehenge and those ones on the Orkney Isles. And that was all that was in their mind about standing stones in the UK. Now you've got Woodhenge, and you know what else is really odd, right? Stonehenge, for me, it used to always be an ancient monument, or an ancient stone circle that was never ever touched. It was 5,000 years old, and it was never tampered with in any way. It was always not preserved, but just untouched. That's why you wouldn't allow it up to it. But now, if you look back on records and stuff, it's recorded history that they had great big machines, trucks, cranes and everything. All the stones were lifted, taken away. All the stones in Stonehenge were taken away. And there's a picture showing Stonehenge, the site that it was on, was nothing. And that was done during the 60s apparently. And now if you look at Stonehenge now, all the stones are back. And they say they've done it to renovate Stonehenge. Now that was just bonkers when it came across that. Never did I ever know about that, and I would have known about that in the 80s. It would have ruined the whole thing, because it ruins it because it's no longer authentic, because it's been tampered with big time, big cranes and everything. I mean, come on now. You know what I mean? It's Stonehenge has been completely taken down and rebuilt, and there's photographs showing it. There's a lot of stuff online showing it, and that was never like that for me. Never. It's always before that in the 80s. It was always an untouched ancient site. That's why you wouldn't allow near it. And when I went there for the first time to see it in person back in 2009, because I drove all the way around the UK bit in the old car. It was a good car, that. But I'd done I'd done over 1,500 miles, hundreds of miles anyway on this road trip thing I had done. And Stonehenge is one of the places that I wanted to go to. When I was there in 2009, I was never in my head that these stones were moved, you know, in any way. So I wasn't up until 2018 when I went back there, but I was still that way for something else anyway. I was actually for the nuclear power station tour, as it happens, at Bridgewater. But anyhow, I was down there for that and other things, and I went to Stonehenge in 2018. And then I started seeing documents of it being heavily modified, being heavily restored. You know, big cranes and people, workmen all over it and everything, you know, lifting the stones up. I was just crazy when I saw that. That ruined it, and apparently it happened. Now I would have known about that. That would have been in my mind if it was like that in the 80s. You know, and this renovation work happened in the 60s, and then they done it. Well, it was done in the 20s first, I think. They done some sort of work in the 20s. Then they done it in the 60s. That's when they had the big cranes and everything. I mean, cranes and lorries and everything. And Stonehenge, come on, no way. No way Jose would have remembered that, because that would have ruined it. And it does, it's just ruined the authenticity of it. You know. I could have showed you that bridge, but it doesn't matter. Going over the bridge again anyway. This railway line. Cargill. Because there's pillars there. Is it the Cargill one? Because there's a Cargill bridge. My mate, God, I should know that. My mate took me there years ago in the 90s. There's no disused railway line. It was part of the Dundee to Newtown, and then it went from Newtown further up. Was it Dundee to Blair as well or something? But yeah, I just saw the pillars there. Was that maybe the one you were thinking of? Because there is another bridge, actually, the one between Burrelton, Cooper Angus and Burrelton. I think I know the one you mean, because there's this kind of like a grey colour bridge. Got to drive to that one anyway. So I just come back in through Cooper Angus. You saw all this earlier. Although I'm going the other way, there's not much to see. The countryside's lovely, really nice. I better watch the I don't know how my battery's going on this phone, but it's got a really good battery, by the way. If that was on another phone, a battery would be flat, but it would have been flat about an hour ago. The battery on this phone is amazing. It lasts for quite a considerable time, you know, on one charge. Probably about 3 times longer than the S20 Samsung, and this is the A12. I said that in the first bit of the stream. when I first started streaming, just earlier on the day, like, it cut off. Well, in that first bit, it was telling you about the battery, so you mentioned that already on there. So, just on the outskirts of Kiparagas, I'm turning right into this, I can't remember, it heads out to Burrowing anyway. There's a bike through Kiparagas, the A94, that was it. From the A94 head towards Burrowing, and there is a bridge that goes over it. So, see if we could have a look at that. 25. But yeah, Stonehenge was never ever tampered with in my memories from certainly the 80s, because if I'd known that, I just would have ruined it. And apparently it happened. So the Mandela effect could be another Mandela effect, you know. But anytime I see the Mandela effect, like every time I do, I say that if you're interested, do your own research and come to your own conclusions, because it's a hard one to understand. You know, the concept might just initially seem out of this world, but it's kind of, but you might easily dismiss it, you know, just think, no, it's just sci-fi, this can't happen. You just think it's impossible, but I've experienced it. I've experienced something that resembles an enemy, let's put it like that, because I know what I've experienced, and it kind of resembles what's referred to online as the Mandela effect. So adjust this air vent here for a minute. Oh, I think that button is, I just kind of noticed that as I was adjusting the air vent. So there, the camera's facing forward. You might be able to see the bridge, the one I'm thinking of anyway. That might be the one that one of my viewers was commenting on earlier. It's not going to be long anyway. It's just coming up shortly, I think, from memory. Oh, yep, there it is, I can see it. So I'll go under it and then see if we can get part. No, I can definitely see it. You should be able to see it now. It's on the left as well, and there it is up ahead. So if I think I could get part there. There's somewhere I think I could get part. I'm going to have to turn and not actually 100% sure if I get part there, but I'm going to maybe just wing it and just give it a go and just see. Why do cars come right up behind you when they're doing 30? Yeah, you know what I mean? Just gets on my nerves. But we're going to have to turn. So I can't do a U-turn here obviously because I can't do it here. So once I get turned, I'll make my way back towards that bridge. I thought I saw somewhere where I could park. Then I'll do that, get out and have a look at that bridge. I'm sure that's the bridge that was mentioned. Well, I'm trying to figure it. See if I get turned here. No, I've still got that on forward view of it. I see a bit of what's what I'm doing here because it's getting into the built-up areas. There's houses and businesses and all sorts of things. I don't want to necessarily just. So we're going to do a U-turn here. We'll just barrel along here. Barrel along to Barrowton. Fucking yeah. Somebody went up here. Typical. You'll be on here. Like, oh no, what's going on? So I don't want to walk all the way from here. Surely I hope I can get parked there. I really, really do. Because it's raining. What's the time, And that's on the line. I don't want to make the video too long, but that's probably been my last stopping point after that. Like, once I've seen this bridge, I'll just kind of like round off the video. I'll keep the thing facing this way. Fuck no, come on, I'll show you. So, oh no, I'm going to adjust that event, by the way. So I've adjusted the event. Oh, I've knocked that thing over. You better see that again up ahead. If I didn't get parked and I thought I was on going to go back here again, park on the other road. It's just on the left. Looks like I just got a glimpse of it as I was heading along. I don't really. Well, I've committed now. I've got the indicator on, so. Oh, you. Right. So, not really quite sure, but I get a good view of it anyway, so I'm going to have to Mill of. What's that? I just read that sign. Mill of Keith Heck. I'm not going any further along, like, I'm just going to get myself turned and I'll just quickly get out and show you the bridge. Oh, I've got someone else watching. So I'm going to get facing the right way because I'll obviously like do the turn and get all that shit done first, then I'll get out and have a wee look. Now, because it's very muddy there, you've got to be extra careful. This is a front wheel drive car and you don't want to get your front wheels caught in the mud because you're going to be up the street with that barrel you've got. And this doesn't have a diff lock or anything like that, so this is one narrow road to do a 20-point turn front wheel in there. But my Skoda Octavias are quite a long car. That's it, turn myself apart. The thing you've got to watch when you're doing shit like this is on a fast moving road, cars can come in there at speed, so you won't be expecting, you have to be aware of that. Like, I just don't want to get stuck. I don't want to block anything. I'm not going any distance. I know I'm not really meant to park here as such, like, but it's do my best not to block anything. I'm only going to be about like 2 minutes just to show you this bridge. So, but I mean, tractors and shit need plenty of turning circuits, but I'm only going to be there, so if anybody wants in of it, I'll shift. But you get a better view of this disused bridge from here. So I better not keep you in suspense and show you better. I'll turn this round. So turn it round. So just, again, bear with me, I'll put this phone in my pocket till I get myself out. Ah, he's one in, I'll bet you. No? Okay. Right, give us 1 second. Turn up, Martin. Hope that's not upside down. No, I just want to try something. It's probably upside down. Yeah, right, so I didn't come up where the orientation was, but I had to be sure it was all the right orientation. Now, I haven't got my hiking shoes on, as you can see. There's another bridge here. It's muddy. No, it's not actually. It's because with a waterway, a viaduct or something. There is the bridge there. Right, so yeah. Now, is this camera? It isn't upside down, I hope. Yeah, Cargill, I think it's the line code it went on. Good, that's fine. Just please tell me this isn't upside down. If this picture's upside down, let me know now. So like I say, just let me know right away if this picture's upside down, because I don't really know what's going on yet now. It seems a bit odd on this side, but just hoping it isn't. It'll just be my luck, but I'm just hoping it's the right way around. But do let me know in the comments right away. Thunderstorms in the just now. It's yep. Oh, hi Braveheart. Braveheart, could you, anybody, could you tell me if this picture's the right way around, the right orientation? Isn't upside down by any chance, is it? Because on my end the buttons now are at the bottom. On the phone, I mean the physical buttons, where earlier on they were at the top, and I'm just hoping that I think I might get a braking signal here if I go through here. Probably go off, so just be aware of that. It's okay, Chris. Right, babe. Oh, brilliant. Thanks. Cheers. Thanks for that, because I just didn't know if it was the wrong way. Sorry, I didn't know if it was the wrong orientation, but it's fine. Let's just woke up, so I missed this. That's okay. No worries. Just any time. I don't know where I got my. I'm really got use for it, but look at my hiking boots. Yeah, I mean I could do it, but not really today because I've not got my proper stuff. I'd rather have my, unless there's an easier way up there. So it's quite a narrow. I'll just give you an idea of how narrow this is, or how low down this is. So yeah, it's really not much, very, very shallow height. It's in 6 foot, and you can see just how close it is to my head. That gives you a good idea just how short. Turn it around again. There's water seeping through it. It takes a lot to seep through that. It reminds me of something else that I was thinking of there. So that's okay. Where are they? I'm at the disused railway bridge between Burrelton and Cuparangus. So just up there is, well actually just up there is Woodside. And Woodside's joined to a small town called Burrelton. It's just Woodside and Burrelton. And this is the disused railway line at the A94, this is the A94 road. And that's going towards Cuparangus. Cuparangus is only about a mile up the road there, mile and a half maybe. I had someone asking about someone mentioning that there's an old disused railway line between Cuparangus and Burrelton, and quite sure this is the one that was mentioned. So I was earlier on, I started my live at Camperdown Country Park. Well actually I started at Famous Hill, and then I got to Campy, and then it went off, annoyingly. And then I restarted my live, and it's been a bit of a bumpy ride. So far it broke off signals at Piper Dam, it broke off signal at Cuparangus, and then rejoined, and then it came back on again. I think it broke off at... I broke off the signal a couple of times, but it's rejoined, and so far it's been behaving. So on the whole, and trying it out for range, just how far I could get. I think we all today's 5G and all these masts and that a lot better than it used to be. There's another bit of the bridge. No, that looks like a wee trail there. I'm just thinking if I could. So I'll try to zoom back at it. Oh no, I've not left this on that filter because I remember I put it on a different filter earlier, and I just sure I forgot. I'm trying my best not to drop my phone. So I can't venture off too far from the car because I'm not really sure just how, because as I say, if a tractor needs to get in and out there, it's going to the turning circle, so I can't really go far. If I was wanting to do that, I'd have to go in parks, like probably up in Woodside, and then walk back about a kilometre, half a kilometre, 2/3 of a kilometre to get to here, and try to find a way over to the bridge. So I'll just put it on me just now because there's traffic in that. Well, this is a fast moving road, so it'll be Shite, I've hit that button again. Sorry, I just thought I'd knackered up the... I thought I'd buggered up the live, but I didn't. It's still on, thankfully. Because I'm doing this and holding the phone at the same time, and it's a bit awkward, and then hitting the buttons, because I thought the buttons were upside down. I'm trying my best not to fall. I just want to keep my shoes clean and keep dry. I mean, I just cleaned my car last week, and it's going to get a Monday on it. Typical. God, socks will be ringing. Oh, gee whiz, this is just... I've walked in this morning. Things I do. Getting closer to this bridge. It looks as though I might be able to get under it. Turn this. Turn. So as you could clearly see, I'm not dressed. Oh, what? Oh. I was kind of hoping to get on it, but jeez, I'm gonna end up falling. I just actually, you know what? I think I might get up here now. It's quite shallow. I don't really know just how. Getting down it's not going to be so easy. What? It's jaggies. I'm not going to get up there because it's jaggies. I'll just turn my clothes. I can feel it stinging on my... Damn it. Try along here a bit. No, there was jaggies there, so I wasn't wanting to... I'm just waiting on the horn tooting and something like, you know. No, somebody wanting that field, like, probably not being it a week until I park there, but then somebody will want it. Right, I'm going to... This is going to be tricky. You'll probably see me falling. Oh, wow, and up. But hey. Hey, and actually up and on the bridge. So, whoever it was, I can't remember off the top of my head. You mentioned it, but I hope you're still on, because it was the idea that to come here was from that. So, oh jeez, I'll look over here. Oh look, it's a drain hole. Turned out to be a nice evening now. It's 6:15. Oh, what? Look at that. Damn it. That's a jaggy that's still catching me. Right. Get off. Right, here we go. Yeah, I think if I'd started a bit earlier, I would probably have got. But as I say, I'm just making this up as I go along. I didn't have any plan to be doing this as far out as this today. I was only initially wanting to try it out to see how far I could go without the signal breaking. But you know, during the live and here I'm doing all these things. About 4 places: Coupar-Angus, Blair, Arbor, Stones, and now the disused railway bridge. It goes over the A94 between Coupar-Angus and Woodside, Burlington. So that's where I'm parked. I drove under there earlier, and this is the Grey Bridge that I spotted from the wood. And it's quite solid. I wouldn't have come here if it wasn't for that comment. I wouldn't have came here the daylight. No, I don't know to make sure it's actually no big holes in it or anything now. I fall through. sounds like. So it's, I think it's galvanised. And as usual, feet are absolutely manky. I never go prepared, and then that's when I want to do stuff. See, if I brought my stuff with me, I wouldn't do it. I'd have done nothing. I would have just sat in the boot of the car, and I would have, you know, as soon as I want my hiking boots, I leave them. And I went and done most of them in the house. That's Woodside, just up there by the way. That hill's in the distance. It's a view of King's Seat. And you've got the other hills that are form part of the Sidlaw Hill range, King's Seat being one of them. This would be a nice wee place to have a kind of picnic. No, not picnic like a picnic table, but just like a wee kind of nature trail, sort of peaceful seat somewhere with coffee and a sandwich, you know, just this kind of naturey bit. Although it is next to the road, fair enough, but I don't know, it's kind of like a peaceful little spot, isn't it? So others, I mean, earlier on, if you watched the stream earlier, you would have saw what the rain was like. I was literally thrashing it down. It was pissing down. It was absolutely... If you just look back at the early part of the stream, you'll see what I mean, between Piper Dam and Tillybacker. It was... God almighty, the weather was just... And now look at it, it's... You wouldn't even think it was the same day. Anyway, I'm not sure what the history is for this bridge. I don't know when it was disused or anything like that. I haven't researched into it, so I don't know anything about it really. Very, very little. But this is certainly what it looks like anyway. In its current condition. It's got a kind of like a... See, that would have been added later, obviously, for... if this was originally the railway, they would have obviously took the tracks up and put this on to, you know, just to seal it or something. But the tracks are removed, obviously, and it's like a kind of roof felt. It's like what you get on a roof, that kind of feels like the kind of black roof lining on the outside of building roofs. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to climb on, I used to climb loads of things, buildings, and if you're from Meenassil, you'll remember the Meenassil Water Tower. You would have saw me, I would have been on that. That's weird. The camera's on that side. I wonder, I'm just going to try something, folks, hang on. 1 second. Ah, right. Please tell me that's still up on the right way. If anybody's could let me know. Is this still in the correct orientation, because I've turned the camera around, I've turned the phone around. So let me know if it's the wrong way around. I hope it isn't. Let's see, the sunlight's still good. Yep, it's right way. Thank you. Great, that's brilliant. Excellent. I'm just learning this because, as you know, I haven't done lives before until yesterday, and so I'm just getting familiar with all the, you know, sort of familiar with it. This is stone, that's stone that seems to go. So this you've got to be careful because I can't really see what's up there, but... And this railway line would then continue along here, I'd presume, along this little trail. So it's... along here a wee bit. Let's have a look. So there's this other bridge as well, like, well, a viaduct kind of thing. It'd be for the burn. But obviously that's still in use, so that's quite a smart view. I like watching big trucks going past it. It's really nice. Looked smart. Ow! It's caught my head. I see low branches there. Look at the rainbow. I wonder if I could show you that. I'll go in there. Well, what I'll do is I'll see if I could show you this rainbow. I don't know if that came through or not, but I don't know how that came out, but I could see it anyway. I wonder what this is. I would say a kind of drainage of some sort. And trying to figure out where the railway line would have actually went on here, because the sleepers must have how did it fit them? It's not any evidence that I'm holding something as well, hang on. There's an old bus in there, an old berry bus. Well, maybe not, I don't know. It's just a bus on a farm. It might be, I don't know if it's what it's, I can't really think what that bus is. It's an old one anyway. I don't know if it's a farmer's bus or not, I don't know who owns it. I don't know what it's used for. I just remember a lot of old buses back in the 80s and 90s that were on farms were old berry buses. The farmers would use them for collecting berry pickers from the city, taking them out to the fields in the countryside. I went on an old bus in 1991 and 92. I only went for the buses because there's old buses that were on there. So the Newtown, and it was a Volvo Ilsa NSP 326R Mark 1 Volvo Ilsa XT side. And that was new to Dundee in 1976, and it was retired from service in 1991. It was 15-year-old when I went straight into the berries that same season. So it was retired from service in June 1991, and by mid-July it was doing the berry season. And I seen it, got pictures of it. And then in 1992 I actually went to the berries just to get on it, because you probably know, if you know me, you'll know that in a bus spotter. So yeah, I've been at the old buses and that. It's quite nice here actually, it really is. Show you what I'm... Oops, it's still me, is it? Don't turn that in, there we go. So, just walking along here, which would have been, presumably, the old, I like lorries, tankers, it's smart. That's a lovely view, just the colour scheme of that as well. Look at the way the light and the green and it's quite nice that. So I'll kind of make my way down. I'll make my way down to my car. Now, is that a ditch or is it not? I'm going to find out. Luckily it isn't. I'll just give you an idea what I'm walking through. I can't even see my shoes, and my trousers are soaking, and so are my shoes. My socks are getting wet as well. So It's typical of me. I'm used to it, like, don't be wrong, I've always been like that. It's just perfectly good hiking, but sitting in the bloody house. The only day I decided to leave my jacket and boots it's the day I need them most. Typical. Saying that, I didn't really plan on doing this to this extent today. I was only really just trying to see how far. I didn't think it was going to last as long, to be honest. I thought the signal would be well gone as soon as I went out as far as Tillybucket and that, which it did, but then it came back on again. Amazingly, I thought the stream would just break. I was just seeing how far I could actually get with the stream. Feet are ringing. Great. Show you one. So I'm making a slow walk back to my car. Oh jeez, normally in my videos you wouldn't see me doing all this. I'd just highlight. Oh, that's smart, there's a logging truck. Carries a lodge. I'll probably have a built-in crane on the trailer as well. So I don't know how much movement there is on the screen while I'm doing this. I'm hoping it's not moving about too much because the A12 isn't quite as good as the S20 for the stability, and I'm using the S20 for video, and it seems to be more of a stable picture. When I'm moving about like this, walking, the picture doesn't move a lot, but I can't use the S20 because A, it's not online, it's just using the functions on it, and B, the battery would never last as long as this. The thing would be flat in 2 hours ago. This, as I said, the battery on this is just brilliant. It's tremendous. It lasts for absolutely ages. I really am impressed with the battery of this phone, and this is much cheaper than the S20. What I paid for this phone is just a little bit less than what I paid for the S20 second hand. So the S20 is a sophisticated phone, but I only use a fraction of the stuff on it. It was only really bought for the in-car series, so I could do the dual recording. Oops. So I'm getting my way back to car again. Bit of balancing up here. I'll be thinking, what the fuck is that? I go hiking in anyway, and it used to getting soaked. I go hill walking with the Caledonia Hill Walking Club. So it's really good. You see a lot, but there's no way I could do a live stream on that. I wouldn't have the time, and usually that busy hiking, and the signal wouldn't have worked. You're on top of a Munro mountain, you still get the same signals as you do when you're in the city or nearby the towns. So I don't really know what's down there. I don't really think that's probably private, so I'm not going any further down there, but that's where I went, all that way. And then I continued on over that other bridge, and then I continued on a wee bit further, a bit further on there. I came back on myself and ended up back to there. So, there you go. Oh wow, listen. It's quite sharp. Right. So give me a second again to get myself in here. Oh dear. That's better. yeah, that was quite good, that. Quite enjoyed it. I didn't realise I would get up there. I really honestly didn't think I'd manage it. But I did. So that was good. Hope you liked that. I'll just cool down a wee bit. It's kind of like clammy way now. That damp, kind of sticky way. So what I'll do is I'll head back into Cooper Angus. I don't know if this will last back to Dundee actually. I'll just do a battery check. 21%. I don't think it will. However, did you read that? Hang on. Did you ever go to the berries on yes I did. I went on the berry buses. I was on the bus for 1991, yep. I went on Mitchell's in 1992. In 1991 I went on Arbuckle's. It was a Leyland Atlantic. I picked up from B&Q on South Road and ended up at the farm between Perth and Dundee. It was on the A85 at that time. I remember what happened. I was with a couple of other mates. I would say, but if you're watching, if my mates are on here, well, if you're watching it now or later, you'll know what I'm talking about. I won't get better to repeat what happened there, but no. But we ended up walking back. But I won't go into that one. But no, it wasn't my idea anyway. Anyway, I'm going to get myself back to Dundee. I'll see if I could. No, actually, no. Before I do that, I'll get this on charge. Because that battery, as though it's on 21%, what happens when it gets to 15%, it drops into energy mode, energy saver mode. That might interrupt the stream. I might mess up with the stream, so I'll see if I could use the alternator at the car 12-volt auxiliary plug to see if that's, oh yeah, there we go, it's charging. So that might, well, that will definitely get us back to Dundee, like, but I'm going to try and see what the stream's like. And you'll see the return leg back to Dundee where it started. I'll start at Campy and end at Campy, and that'll probably take about 2.5 hours, so it's a long video. But it's an experimental, I'm just testing the parameters on it. I mean, obviously I'll stay on signal if there's mass nearby and it doesn't break signal. But it's also the first time I've tried it for a moving live as well, you know. And the first one was sitting in the back of the car going nowhere, and the other one was just sitting in the house at 1 in the morning. But I'm actually out and about showing you stuff, getting about and adventuring. I mean, I wouldn't think I'd be here if it wasn't for the comment on that live. I wouldn't have had the idea to come here today. So I even got to see it as well. And so I'm just going to go back the way I came. If I start going other ways, that, you know, the signals could break, but I know the signal shouldn't break going back on the return leg, and that way you'll get to see some of the route facing, you know, south instead of north, and you'll get the scenery that way. So it's nice and cool now. Air conditioning. See, before that I would have just used the old school open the window, but when I'm doing it live and open the window, you're not going to hear much. You're just going to hear a lot of rumbling. So if you're playing that through headphones or the surround sound, that's going to be like a thundering train. It amplifies all that frequency. So I've got to keep the windows closed and keep the ventilation on. But the Mosin car, well, it's not, well, it's 12-year-old, yeah, 12-year-old. It's, but Mosin, I mean, like cars will be standard aircon. It makes a big difference. I can just put that on and keep myself nice and refreshed. But at the same time, I can keep the windows closed and you get to hear me rather than the racket, the wind and the rumble. Because this is the only car that had aircon that actually works. The previous one had aircon, didn't work, so it's always handy for in-car series. We're going to see much. Actually, I don't. Just coming back to Cooper Angus again, so just wait till I get further along. That's chicken factory. That's some job I can do. I couldn't work in a chicken factory like that. No way. Couldn't do it. Just wouldn't be for me, like. and all, seen all that, like, it's ironic really, because when you eat chicken, it's delicious, but it's got to come from somewhere, isn't it? Somebody's got to do it, somebody's got to, I wouldn't like to kill always, but that's the way it is, isn't it? If you're going to buy chicken, I love chicken, eating it, but I wouldn't like to kill them. I couldn't work in the chicken factory, just couldn't do it. I worked in Lomax, back in 2000 I worked in Telspec, 23 years ago. I was working in Perth, Telspec, and we were in amongst there was a Dundee group, people from Dundee. I was obviously there on the bus, put on by the recruitment agency, and there was people also, that bus also used to use the recruitment bus also took people to the chicken factory as well. I think that was one of the jobs. I wouldn't do it, I couldn't do it, but instead I did the telecommunication work for Telspec in Perth. It was electronics, building the circuit boards, testing them, but building on the assembly line. The circuit boards came down empty. As I moved down the assembly line, you put the components in as it moved up. Then it would go into the main soldering machine that soldered them all. Then it gets cleaned. No, it goes into the flux first of all. It goes into a flux. Flux, a flux machine. And it gets covered with flux. And then it gets soldered, because the flux helps the solder to run when it's supposed to, it helps it run when it's meant to be soldered. It cleans surface. But yeah, some of the people there, I remember them talking about the chicken factory, and I'm showing you. I'm going to just adjust that event again. I hit the inadvertently hit the camera to face forward, but as it happens, it's going to be useful because you'll see the view. So yeah, a lot of people, well, not a lot, but certainly some people have worked in the chicken factory that were talking about what went on there, but I certainly wouldn't like to work there. Not for me. But the ironic thing is, I like eating chicken, I would like to do the killing and the processing of it, but I like eating the chicken. So I expected it, because I'm just getting these dodgy bends, these very sharp bends coming up shortly, which is at the foot of Tillybacher. It's funny that, because I was going to go there actually at the foot, and show you the loch, but I'm not going to do that tonight. No way, it's too late. It's been long enough. The signal probably won't break anyway. Maybe just try that on another day. Not today. I've done enough today, so I'm just heading right back to Camperdown. But you'll get to see the view of the road this way. It's quite we've got a mixed day for weather. You might get another break in the signal, because it's getting to this sort of area again where I broke the last thing. I think it's something to do with the hills. big puddles. I seen that car splashing through them. I see that A92 in Fife, that road would be flooded still. And the drainage is not the best on it, because when I come back from the stock car banger racing at the Kilkenbeath Raceway, Loch Gelly late at night, it's dark, you don't really see the puddles when you get caught in it, you get a bit of a fright. And it's just, there's far too many of them. And the rain was much earlier, yet the puddles are still there. The drainage is not really that good on the A90 stretch between the A92 stretch between Fruchie and Dundee. It's just, well, not the dual carriageway bit, but the bit before the dual carriageway, before you get to Dundee, that stretch. Single carriageway roads are really, the drainage is just not good at all. There's far too many big puddles on them. When I go through them and I get a right flick, and because it's dark, you don't see it until the last minute. When there's oncoming cars coming the other way, you can't really avoid it. So you just go right through the puddle, and it does, you feel it does drag the car a bit. So, yep, that was a really bad bit there. There seems to be a big blackout for the, it's ironic really, because there is a mast that's not far from there. I can see it might not necessarily be a phone mast, but it certainly looks like. So you might be able to see Craigible on the left, right at the far left, it's lit up. It looks quite impressive because the sun's just shining on the top there. Unfortunately, you might not because the camera. I can see it now because the road's going to be a sweep round a wee bit to the left, so you'll be able to maybe see Craigible. It's quite lit up. I'll do that on another day though. I'll go to Craigible and I'll try it out there sometime. Dam's just coming up on the right. I'm not going into Piper Dam again though, I just going straight back to Piper Dam. Yeah, the drainage on this road isn't too bad actually, because earlier on this was just, I really thought the road was going to be washed away by the way the rain was bucketing down. It was absolutely thrashing down. So you look earlier back on the stream, you'll see just what I mean. It was just crazy. I had the wipers on full speed and I was still struggling to see the window. That's how bad it was. So we're near enough back to oh, it was just adjusting that. I must have not wanted back one there. It was just adjusting the air vent there and then switched back on me. Oh, well, it's fine. That's convenient, so it saves us having to stop. Well, I don't want to film when I go back to Knockhill really much to see it. It's bottom area. So I'm getting a bit tired, I think a bit, well, actually not that bad. I think I coffee. I need a coffee. I need to get a coffee. I might actually go down to the Starbucks drive-thru and get a coffee. I'll not be doing live quite so long. This is just experimental, you know. Oh, I'm so tired. I like coffees. I like coffee. It keeps me. It's because I've been doing a live stream for about 3 hours. The first one was about 35 minutes, I think, and then it just broke altogether. The signal just completely gone out, and then it just stopped the live and restarted. But since I've restarted, it's been on for 2.5 hours. This is the dodgy corner, by the way. The secret of that is to position the car, you know, right at 90 degrees to your way. But because of the road layout, it's so easy to go in at a shallower angle, and it's so hard to see over that way. I'm not going to go back in the car, I'm just going to go down the side of Cartmate towards the drive-through Starbucks and get a latte. Yeah, I'll just do that. So I put the radio, I put the music on and listen to audiobook, but not when I'm doing a live. Yeah, you see, I can't fill up what's going on. It's just not. I'm glad I've got it facing this way. It's just I don't particularly want to be shown this kind of. It's just what I'm doing. Just walk out. You know. Kids will be kids. No, I think you ought to be adventure at least. Hope you liked it. I'll end the video, I'll get a coffee, then I'll. Fuck's sake, man. Shucks, I'm gonna pull up this tunnel. By Liff Road. No, sorry, Myrecourt Road. This is called Myrecourt Road. My mistake. Actually, get a nice view. I'm going to just start vent again, just get a bit cool air on my face. Oh, I've got the thing over. I've just inadvertently shown the camera forward for you. Get a nice view of the River Tay, Fife. Well, you should, but unfortunately, the windows steam up a bit. It's kind of an air conditioner, it must be condensation here, you know, it's just trying to see if that's going to make a difference. Yeah, it's misting up a bit. That vent on there. Blossoms looks quite nice on there. The go-kart and that, Scott kart, rather, Scott kart, go-karting, I love it. I love doing go-karting there. But it's blooming expensive, that's the only problem, you know, it's not a cheap hobby. You're looking at about, I think it's, if you go for 3 sessions it works cheaper. It's something like £40 I think. But if you do 2 sessions it's 30. It's expensive anyway, but you're getting a better bargain the more you get. The more shots you get, or the more, I guess 3 sessions, at least it used to be, you get a cheaper, that looks nice, that blossom tree. I've done a video, by the way, it's going to be going up shortly. It's called Blossoms Roundabout Dundee. It's just a short photo slideshow of the blossoms do look really nice. And I got loads of pictures from, where was it now? It started off at, was it started off again? Can't remember. Where was it I started? There was Durrup, there was the Stobswell Gardens. Next to the Swanee Ponds, there's lovely blossoms there. We've got pictures there of the blossoms. Then I drove to the Eastern Cemetery, got some pictures of the blossoms there. Then I went to Durrup Castle, Durrup Park at Durrup Castle, and got the blossoms there as well. And I've got loads of pictures. I'll put them in a slideshow. That's a video that's actually up, but I've set it on private at the moment until I'm ready to put it up. Actually, earlier today I put a video up that was, I made it a while ago. It was called A Day Out in Edinburgh. And in that video there's small footage of the disused Craigie Hall Army Village just outside Edinburgh. I've done a feature full-length video of that as well. About the Army Village at Craigie Hall. There's a separate video for that. But this video I put up earlier on this afternoon, late this morning, early afternoon, is about a day out in Edinburgh, and included in that is that village and also bits round about Edinburgh, like Arthur's Seat. I was doing various things. You might have seen it already. I put it up earlier on.
Hi, I'll be with you in 1 moment.
Okay. So but yeah, that video will be going up. The Blossoms one. I think what else we've got in the pipeline for we'll be doing more. There's a point-to-point challenge as well with Struan Jennings at YouTube. There's me, there's Struan, and there's Cian as well. And we've done a point-to-point from Perth to Dundee challenge. And one of us took public charge, well, Cian took public charge, but I won't spoil it for you any more than that.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you today?
Hi, can I get a regular latte, please?
Yeah, so anything else?
No, that's all, thanks.
What are you texting my dog?
Yeah, cheers. So, the point-to-point, that'll be going up. We're waiting on Struan putting his up, first of all, his version, because we all get our own footage, and Struan edits his, and I'll do my own version as well, like. So that'll be going up soon. I've got other things as well, like geocaching, that'll be getting done as well, with the geocaching. Well, we do it in a different city this time. We do it in Perth. We'll maybe do the point-to-point on an even keel, rather than doing it in, because I've got the...
Hi, it's 365.
Oh, sorry, 365. £4, yeah. I do it old school with cash. I still pay cash. We don't coins.
There you go.
That's it.
Thank you.
Cheers. It's probably something like it'll be getting extinct shortly, isn't it? It's all going contactless. But I know old school, like. Yeah, a lot of the defunct settings is just, the contactless, especially with supermarkets and that. It's self-service and that. tired. But yeah, it's been quite a good adventure actually. So there's still quite a lot to go on the channel.
There's that for you.
That's brilliant. Thanks. Cheers. So yeah, I think I'll go around to the Scania area where the lorries are. I like that bit, the industrial estate. I like chilling out there. It's maybe not all for everybody, each to their own. I mean, I like buses and lorries, but chill out where the that rainbow's quite smart. I'll just adjust that vent again. Oh, I've not the thing facing forward. You might see that rainbow now. You might not. I'll just make that there again. I don't want to be showing because the lorry drivers, they want their privacy, like, so I'll keep the camera in, because you know they're just mind their business. They don't want to be broadcasted around the world. I mean, some of your stages. Oh yeah, look at that car. That's obviously write-offs on there. What a mess that was in. So, blossoms look nice. I wonder if I should go that. I'll go past it. Past Scania actually. That building there's disused. I don't think we get in it like from the adventure, but you might see it. Look at there. I can't remember what that used to be, but the mind going there and doing it. It's an abandoned building, but you know, I mean, obviously I never ever break it. Never broken any ease reversing. No, he might be coming along this way, so if he is, or is he going to be barking down there? Oh, he's like, right, good. Okay, that's fine. He's good buddy. Come on. Yeah, he's going in there like me through. That's good. That's fine. Yeah, it's a Scania truck. Yeah, that's a Scania repair shop, but I like the lorries. There's somebody looking right in and standing there and sitting blethering and pointing in it as if you're there, and that guy was standing there, he's smoking or whatever, and he just happened to look in. Yeah, this is where I done my first live, actually just up there, just straight up ahead at that gate. So I'm going to stop there shortly and I'll round off the live. Sort of. I think ironically I'll park exactly where I did when I started the live yesterday, which was just here. Yeah, we'll just get right in this thing. There we go. 2 hours 40. It's a long video. Jeez, peeps. Bloody hell. 2 hours 40 I've been. It's nuts. I thought the longest video I've made was the banger racing. Coach bangers down in Buxton Raceway. I lasted 2 hours 23 and I thought that was long. If you like that sort of thing, it's on my channel anyway. I've got my versions online on my channel. Oh, I'm back to work tomorrow. 7 days in a row. See, I get 6 days off every 4 weeks. But before day 6 days, I have to work 7 days in a row. And then on 4 day week duty, it's a 40-hour week. So it's basically 10-hour shifts times 7. That's 70-hour week. So I get that, then I get my 6 days off. So time I've recovered, then back to do another 7 days on. Great. Yeah, he's just working there. So yeah, it's been quite good, apart from the... What's he got in there? He's going to ask for directions. No, he's not. Or is he? No. No. Yeah, he's just turning. It's a tight turn. See, the lorries need to get right out. Oh yeah, see. Yeah, I know what he's doing. Yeah, he's parking. Yeah, he's got to get swing, obviously, to get into that space because he's going to be a kip. So he's got to take the turn in really wide to get into that space. I wasn't sure what he was doing, but I know what he's doing now. But yeah, what the heck is another one? I always worry in case I wanted to, because some of them might do a U-turn here. And I'll probably be cussing, but no, he's taking his space. Anyway, doesn't matter. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm about to work the morning for 7 days on. But then I think the week after that, yeah, the week after that, I'm on my spring holiday. So I might be able to do more of the video on furries. Just keep posting, see what happens. I'm going to have to round this off. I've been on long enough. I think it's been fairly successful on the whole. I did see there was a few breaks in the signal, but well, that's the way it goes. At least I've tried it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to have to... Well, I'll tell you, before I go, I'll check the chats just before. If there's anything in there that I want to see. Bus used to leave the top of Butters Loan. Yeah, I got on Starship. I got on it back in 1991. I got on the Berry bus at B&Q. So you would have probably been on already. Well, not already. It depends. There was a few of them. Like a few buses came down that way. Berry buses. Nice seeing that. This looks like a nice team. Is this Ireland? I'd like to go to Ireland. I've been to Ireland twice. I'd like to go back. So they try to do away with cash. This seems to be an ongoing thing. Cash getting rid of a lot of places. A lot of places are offering more and more cashless. And when you turn up to some places, it's almost automatically they expect you to go, use a card. But when you pull out a wallet, it's like, well, I'm going to put that down and, it used to be the other way around. It used to be cash was always the thing you give them the money. And that's all always used to be. It'd be ready just to put the money in their hand. That was the default method. Now it's the other way around. They're giving you a device for you to put your card on. It's automatic. But when you take cash out, it's like you've got to put it down, and it's almost like a burden to them because it's sort of like being manipulated to be going cashless, isn't it? Cashless society. Was on the CB. The lorry drivers. Her handle was. Yeah, the CB handle. I tell you, I like that film Convoy. Chris Christopherson, Rubber Duck. I like that. Really, that's one of my favourite films. Is Convoy, 1978. Actually, I done a Mandela effect regarding that film, but I'm not going to go on about it. It'll just be far too long. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. What's the other one? No, I can't remember that. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Just saying, there's loads of things I could places to go to. There's lots of lovely places around Scotland. There really is. But again, it depends on this. Doing this additional video, and it's obviously can be guaranteed to show you, but to do it live, it only goes on the strength of the signal. But yeah, my handle was truckle. Yeah, I like truckers. It's funny, we were talking about getting walkie-talkie radios for our point-to-point challenge. Me, Stroon and Keane getting I checked the legalities on it first of all. That you, from what I've researched into it, you're allowed, it's permitted, you could use a walkie-talkie while you're driving, so long as it doesn't distract you from. I've researched on more than one source, so I was checking that out first. You can't obviously with a mobile phone, but with the CB, with the walkie-talkies, seemingly you can. But I think to be 100% sure, it's asked like one of the traffic cops, you know. But all the research I've done seems to suggest that it seems okay. But if in doubt, just. But yeah, we were on about getting walkie-talkies, so it'd be like a bit like that Top Gear show, where it was String Jennings' idea actually. You know, we would, because we film our own footage, and they would have the walkie-talkies, you know, like the way they do on Top Gear, and that was the idea of it. We were thinking of we're doing that, like again. The problem is with as well the range. Students thinks 7.5 miles is a good range, but I sort of differ. I slightly think it's not enough. I mean, I always like to go, you know, if it's, I always like unlimited. Limited's, you know, obviously I'm not going to get unlimited with walkie-talkie, but I'd rather the range was like massive, you know, because in a car 7.5 miles will be covered in a fraction of the time. Because if, you know, if we do a point-to-point challenge and the checkpoints are at different areas, and if one of us is going that way and going in the opposite direction, 7 miles is just going to be done in a fraction because we're going to part at speed. And if you're on the fast-moving traffic, you'll be at a range in no time. So I kind of get a feeling that the walkie-talkies might not be as good as, you know, might not be that good. It might be a problem with signal. I mean, I think these things are mainly for radio walkie-talkies if you're on the same site, like a massive building site or the same area, not moving fast in a car. A CB, I mean, we've got CBs, but we're certainly not getting a CB for the point-to-point challenge. That'd be just far too expensive. But we're on about walkie-talkies, like. What else is you can walkie-talkies that work on mobile network. Unlimited range. Wow. Yeah, unlimited. I'd really like that. I'll have to mention that. How much, I mean, I have to look at the cost of these things as well. What's in walkie-talkies that work on the mobile network? Well, that'd be ideal because then that would be unlimited range. And I would rather that than have a 7.5 mile. I don't think that's much. Personally, I don't, but students thought, oh, that'd be plenty, but, you know, he might be right. He doesn't think we'll cover a lot, but the 7.5 miles is probably a lot, but I tend to think that it might not be enough. That's just my view. It might be ample. It just reminds me of things when then some people, it's like when it comes to a roll of sellotape, some people put sellotape on something they put a wee bit on, but I was never like that. If I was putting sellotape on something, I'd be like that, but that's what I like, you know. I really am. I kind of go overkill. Yeah. I've had a good day actually. I've enjoyed it as well. I'm glad that you saw that bridge. I just can't remember. I'd have to go way back to see who it was that suggested it. He's probably off now, like, but I'd have to go right back to the Cargill. It's just before that. Old roads. Yeah, the old roads are well worth exploring. I think A93 is old roads sign marking. Yeah, some of the old roads, the A parts of the A93 are, there's like the old road, Dead End Road and Sure. There's a bit of a bridge just as you go down between, before you get to Braemore, there's an old part of the A93 and there's a bridge that goes over it. There's also an abandoned road just about a mile north of Blairgowrie. I didn't get that. There's an abandoned railway bridge between Cooper, Angus and Burrow. Yeah. Blooming. Yep. Yeah, I hope you saw that. It was, you're right, put the idea in my head to go there, so. Sun in Glenrothes is good grief. I'll tell you, the weather it's all over the place. I mean, I've never known weather to. I mean, I remember what the weather was like in the 80s and 90s, even the late 70s. It was like summers were summers, seasons were seasons. But now you get all these seasons within one afternoon. I mean, it's bizarre. It all started going crazy about 1998, I think, because there was a monsoon in the summer of 1998. And then it kind of went, but really got bizarre towards through the 2000s, you know, weather modification, possibly. There's HARP, there's also this, oh, well, I can't say like trails. I'll say that, there's trails. But I'm not going to say anything else on here, but or just the theories that I've heard, modifications, but the weather modification, because the weather's bizarre. I mean, I remember once, a couple of years ago, it was maybe, what was it now? It was when we were able, you know, we had a lot of travel kind of thing, you know what I mean. But it was 28 degrees in Dundee, and I went across the Tay Bridge, and only just a mile or so after it, it was dropped down to 18 degrees centigrade. So 10 degrees centigrade difference. No, that's just totally nuts, you know. I hope the coffee's good, mate. Yeah, it was 360. Aye, it is good. It should be at that price, eh? I needed it. Maybe there's a... There's got this blooming arrow in the way. Maybe it's between the weather and the Mandela effect, yeah, possibly. See, any ghost stories and paranormal happens to you? Oh, ghost stories and paranormal. I bet I wasn't at the start of the stream. I would still be at this point in the stream telling you about them. Now I've got loads of stuff that's fascinating to me anyway, and probably you as well. But the Mandela effect is, oh God, oh, it'll be too long. There's so much things. Yeah, I've always been into the strange things ever since I was a kid, but that doesn't make me biased. I don't just assume that everything's a Mandela effect and everything's paranormal. No, definitely not. But I do know, you know, I think it through first before I come to these conclusions. I'd never just jump to the conclusion, oh, it's something like a Mandela effect. Sometimes there is a couple of instances where I put it in a sort of limbo. It's maybe not, okay, some things I know that have, okay, clearly been a mistake, false alarm if you like, not a Mandela effect. But the ones that I feel are Mandela effects, I know for a really fact that they are, like, you know, you just stream on ghost stories, yeah, come on, mate. Oh, yeah. Well, come up, we did, a couple of years back, we went into that Strathmartin Hospital in the middle of the night. It was after midnight, it was a small hours, it was pitch dark. There was two of us, the other guy, he had his device that, it's meant to, it makes, what's it called? Something to do with ghosts. If there's a ghost, the energy, the electromagnetic energy interacts with it. It's like a radio that makes static. But when something like a ghost or an apparition or something, the energy, the electromagnetic or whatever it is, energy interacts with the device, and it could make a noise or something. But did actually hear something already within the... Oh, right. Yeah, haunted. It was, I thought it felt really scary, like, I don't know, it's like a vibe. But yeah, if I had more time I would show you what it's like, but I can't go tonight, not now, but maybe another time I could go and show you what it looks like now. It's all changed now with the building work, but I could show you an update on it. But yeah, it was definitely, I think I heard the swimming pool was haunted there as well. But when we went there that night, he was doing his thing with his device, and he put the torches, we all put our torches off. I wasn't keen on it, but it was his idea, like. But I heard something anyway, I heard like a knock, it was like that. Not through the radio, but at the distance. No, it could have been anything, it could have been a mouse, it could have been a rat, it could have been water dripping onto something, it could have been a bit of debris, it could have been anything, but your imagination just sort of goes wild when you're sitting in a dark room in a building that's got so many haunted stories about it, and sitting there shitting myself, because it was like a table with, must have been a cafe or something, because it was a table, benches and stuff, And we sat there and it was his idea, so let's put the torch off and try this ghost thing again. And we'd done it a few times, I heard nothing, and then I think it was 3 or 4 times, and then one of the times I heard something over there just sort of, just like as if something fell, and then we put the torch and we got out. And that was, we said, oh, that was it, like, shit, it was scary, I would never go in there alone. Bell Street car park, oh, Bell Street, I heard there's you can see there's the gravestones at the end of it. There's this Bell Street police station, and there's a wall that goes down between that and the car park, and there's gravestones along that wall. It was quite odd, that, really, yeah. Car park built on a graveyard. It's really odd. Yeah, I've been to it, but I never really felt as though it was, I will know, but I don't know, it felt, sometimes you get an idea about buildings, and some adventures, like, there's buildings that look really scary, and other ones that, should be, and maybe aren't quite as, it's all about the location, and the Bell Street car park, I haven't really known much about it. I used to actually go in there to fix my cars, because I had a roof over my head and light, but I didn't feel that. It was something's late as well, because there was nobody about. But I think it felt haunted to me, like, but it's just maybe, but no, I probably will, because I've heard it, but to be honest, I didn't even know there was a graveyard right there until fairly recently. But I'd done a video on the Bell Street car park. Just because sometimes they want in here. I was just, because if they went in here, they might ask me to move, but Bell Street Station was built, yeah. What else I'd like to do? I'd like to go in the tunnels. There's tunnels that go under the BT building, goes under the Dundee Law, the old railway tunnels. I'd love to go on an adventure in there, but it'd have to be done right, professionals. I would never ever go in there. Like, none of us that done the adventures are like professional going into deep tunnels. It would have to be organised where there was somebody that really knew them properly, But I would like to do it, but I would never ever, if I saw an opening, throughout my adventure, I've never broken in any of the buildings. There's always been a door open already, then I would go in. But if there was a doorway at the tunnel, I wouldn't go in, because you could get lost in there. You've really got to know what you're doing in there. But I would love to do it, though. I'd love to have that chance. What I did do is chucker. Nah, it's alright here. It's more like the other way around, if you're thinking. Tesco's. No, it's just I didn't want to get in the way. But just scan you just. I've lost the chart. Oh, what's going on? Oh, there we go. But there was a building not far from, it was on Foundry Lane. It's where that old, was it a nightclub or something? There was, I can't remember, what was it called again? It's just at the end of Foundry Lane, and it's on the right. It's an old building. It used to be a nightclub. Well, on the Foundry Lane wall, there was an exit, a fire exit. It was just recently, the wooden bit was broken off, and I was on my way to my shift, and I saw, God, you could actually get in, but I didn't have any time to do it, but it's boarded back up again. But I missed that opportunity. I could have been in there having a look, because it was open already. So I never ever break and enter, but I would. Dirty Dens. Yeah. Juvenile's name was Juveniles as well, I think I saw that name about that. But yeah, I would have loved to have got in there, but again, I'd have to have organised it. I wouldn't have went any distance on my own. I certainly couldn't that day, but and then the board's back on, so I've missed out on that one, unfortunately. 3 hours. Oh, God, I'll have to end this. Nah, I'm going to have to go. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody that's joined me on this, kept me company. I hope I've shown you places of interest and that you've found it entertaining. Just come and go anytime as you please on the streams. You don't have to stay on, just anytime you want. No problem. You used to work there. Oh, jeez. Wow, I used to go past that way, and well, I still do obviously, but I remember seeing other parties out there when I was taking the bus back to the garage. I went up by the ski slope on the weekends, and you would see them all in that garden, and the loud music and everything would be blaring from it at the weekends. But I heard that the old Olympia, the old Dundee Olympia, which was originally the leisure centre, some of the seats came out of there and went into that bar, that nightclub. The spectator seats, because that had a big spectating viewing area, and bench seats were taken out, put on in there. I'll try to read what it's got. So I wanted. Oh, the haunted shoulders. Yeah, early 1900s. Yeah, I remember that, the Blackscroft area. There was like, before the road was different, and there was like vaults and that there. You stretched right the way along that way. That was before they done the ski slope, that road. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I got that bridge as well. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, I'm gonna have to go. God, so that's like 3 hours. Right, I just don't want to leave you, so I have to go though. So just keep in touch. See what else I put up on my line, and thanks very much for joining me. So I'm going to take about half that it switches off. I think if I press that, it goes off. I'll probably still overrun. Thanks anyway. Thanks very much. I'm going to have to go. Okay. Bye now. Bye for now. Let's go off. Am I sure? Yes.